Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got another review for you and I'm going to be taking a look at the Shimano Baitrunner ST RB. So, straight out of the box, let's take a look at the reel. So, here I have the reel. Feels very heavy actually compared to other Shimano reels I've had. It feels very high quality as well. It's made of, well, it feels like it's made of a nice alloy. Immediately out of the box it feels smooth as well, nice back wind as well, and have a quick look at the main feature of a Baitrunner, which is this switch here, and this is what engages free spool. So if you hit this forward, yeah, so that's nice. That's a nice free spool. And what the fish can do is then take as much line as it wants. That feels nice. Let's see. Reel, yeah. So if I reel, the latch immediately comes undone, so I'll just redo that. So yeah, that's nice. Also, another key feature is this rear drag. So yeah, it's a nice tight feel. Yeah, that feels quite nice actually. I feel like it could be quite nice to play with fish off instead of this to the top, which is a bit fiddly sometimes. So in place of the drag system on the top of the spool, there's a quick release spool button. So it's easy if you want to clip up, if you're not very good at clipping up, but it's on the actual body of the reel. It's quite nice just to take it off. And so while it's off, I'll take a quick look at the spool itself. The spool itself is, I think, metal and as well as plastic, so this is sort of bottom area is plastic. Nice high quality plastic though, with I think, yeah, with metal inside, and it's got a nice line clip there. And we'll take a quick look at the line cap for the 6000 version. And what I'd like to say quickly about the 6000 and the 10,000 size version of these reels is that the reel itself, they're on the same body, so the size 10,000 is exactly the same size as this reel here. It's just the spool is deeper. So here, take a quick look at the line cap. So yeah, the line cap is 270 yards of 0.30, so that's basically £10 more often than not. 240 yards of 0.35, £12 more often than not. And finally 140 yards of 0.40, which again, more often than not is £15 line. So nice line capacity, because I'm not going to be casting more than 150 at most. So this is perfect for me. The 10,000 I think takes about, I don't know because I don't have one, but I think it's probably 50 yards more of each, which is good. So if you are going to be on big waters where either a large cast is required or you're going to be taking a bait boat to drop your rigs, then 10,000 is probably a good option. So I'm going to get this back on the main body of the reel now. So to put the spool that I just took off with the quick release function of the Baitrunner, to put it back on, you'll see that there are these two pins on the centre sort of axle, and on the bottom here there's sort of grooves, and just pop your spool back on and they'll clip in and you hear a nice clip, and that's back onto your drag system, which is, like I said before, controlled by this knob here. So I'll take a bit of a quicker look, well, more in-depth look at this spool, drag system, sorry, and the free spool system. So if you see, there are these two different sort of knobs to turn. So the bottom knob controls the drag of the reel where you're actually playing a fish. So turn that right, the drag is turned up more, it's harder to take line. Turn it left, it's easier to take line. And now the key thing about this second one is this is what controls the free spool. So you can actually set the drag of the free spool to whatever you want. So I have mine set, when I turn the free spool on, but I can just leave it up. I have mine set pretty much free spool, so no resistance at all. However, if you turn this knob here to the right, your free spool turns up more. I mean, the key thing is you can't lock up your free spool. If you were going to fishing towards snags or whatever and you did want to lock up, you just wouldn't put free spool on. But yeah, you turn that up to a pretty high setting actually, but that's not really what I'm using it for. I'm going to be using the free spool for the free spool, if you know what I mean. It will be free spooling when I use it. So I just turn that down, and free spool is, yeah, they can just take line as much as they want. But yeah, the key thing is this bottom one is the main drag. And like I said before, when you reel forwards, the clip will go down, and then you've re-engaged your back drag. So I think that's a pretty good feature. Yeah, nice free spool, and then it just engages straight away. So yeah, that's the types of drag system on this. So again, like no drag on the top, just a quick release button. And the final thing I would take a look at, reeling and etc. and that is here with all sort of Shimano reels, the anti-reverse is here. So turn that to the right and you're relying on drag, there's no back wind. Turn to the left and back wind's re-engaged. Personally, I don't play off the back wind, I use the drag system, and I think if you were to buy a Baitrunner, you're buying it for the drag system. So yeah, personally I'll have that set to the right, so back wind is not engaged, so I'm relying on the drag. But again, obviously if you want to use that, yeah, the reverse is there. Yeah, the reel itself, yeah, the handle and that, nice sort of metal, it's probably aluminium, I need to take a look. But it's got that double balanced, I think it's dyna reel handle, and it's really nice. Because it means, you know, you just pick up your reel and you can just grab whatever handle you want. It's nice and smooth straight out of the box. And that can fold back on itself, you can see there, fold back. The final thing to take a look at is the bail arm, pretty self-explanatory. Open it, that's nice and sort of, it will snap shut pretty quick. Nice, it's not too hard, but it's also will clip forward nicely and will re-engage your line and your drag. So yeah, those are the main features of the Baitrunner reel. That's what you're sort of buying if you purchase one of these. And yeah, straight out of the box, my impression is it's a high quality reel. It's definitely worth the money that I paid for it, which was about £55. But I did get that on sort of £5–10 discount, angling direct, which is where I buy most of my stuff. But yeah, for sort of sub £60, it's a quality reel. As it says, I think in the sort of description of the reel on websites, it's sort of the Baitrunner technology without the high price tag. So obviously I think you can pay like 70–80 quid for one of like the XT RBs, I think it is. So the ST RBs, I need to check, but yeah, those are more sort of higher end reels, which personally, you know, I don't want to be spending hundreds and hundreds of pounds on my fishing gear. I want to buy sort of top of the range gear, obviously, but I don't want to be paying a stupid amount of money. So this perfectly fits the bill for what sort of reel I'm looking for. I'm yet to try it out, but I'm going to spool this up with some line and I'll hit the bank with it and see how it holds up against some fish. Okay, so thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, I took a look at the Shimano Baitrunner STRB 6000 size. My overall impressions is a quality reel, definitely worth the price tag, which is sort of £55. And yeah, I definitely recommend to anyone who wants a high quality reel but doesn't want to pay the high price. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.